power unto you. Friends, I hope you're doing good this morning. By the way, how you doing? How are you this morning? You know, if God woke you up this morning, tell God thank you. You realize you still got breath in you, you're moving around. Could be still laying in the bed. Tell God thank you. You know, this is another day that God has made, and it's okay to rejoice in it as well. I'm giving God some thanksgiving and praises even this day that God has allowed me to see another day. And come on, friends, let's dive into this message saying stay in the light. This is the place to worry about now. I'm going to talk about God and that power of prayer, knowing that, God can help us break the cycles that constantly, try to get our attentions. Or if you have done the work, you got a right to tell God thank you. You got a right to know that it's all right where you are as well. Oh God, I thank you. Oh God, I thank you. I also want to say, I welcome the friends that will come into the chat. Please be positive to everybody as well as to yourself. Let's put out light, love, beauty, and harmony so that we can make a better place as we live, not only in our space, but as your vibration and energy goes out into the earthly realm. I also want you to know, friends, that that God is a miracle. God can do what you want God to do in your life as well. You have to have your relationship with God. That's why this message is about staying in the light as well. I come here early in the morning, to give a supportive message of encouragement and things. As along the way, friends, if you new here or if you're returning back, at times I would chase that rabbit, chasing a rabbit, meaning that something come to me, I will, get off of that conversation, but I try my best to come back. And of course, I have my cup here as well. Friends, staying in the light and everything is so important, not just for your life, but for others that may be around you. Don't you know that your energy can give off a reflection and a sensitivity of, your spirit and things when you're around others? It really can. Like I said, people can hear your energy, they can feel it, and if you are close on them, they can see it as well. Some individuals have that gift like that to whereby they are able to see, the things that the natural eyes cannot, see because it's spiritually, and they're able to hear what the natural ears cannot possibly hear and to understand that, individuals may be listening, but they cannot hear what you're saying because the Spirit of the Lord has gifted you with that gift. So staying in the light is one of the opportunities that you get to have. Just one of them. There's so many opportunities and gifts that God have given you. But I was saying it's one of the opportunities that you get to have as you're living, as you're breathing, as you're moving, as you're doing the things that God have called you forth to do. And here's the thing, though. In my latter years, what I'm discovering, and it's such a blessing to still be living because you get to experience things, like I say, from younger years. Now you are constantly evolving and you still getting to experience life along with what is going on in the earthly realm. I just want to say, friends, I want you to get this now, in a very positive way and in a loving way. You know, there is energies out there that is trying to shut the light of God from, off of people, from outer individuals. It ain't a cool thing you walk around here, to some individuals to talk about God, to have that love and light and the spirit of, unity. Some individuals may not like your light in that matter. And I want to say this because, it's running rapid and it's running hard. When I say rapid, meaning that it's in the world, it's in the world, because the world now have choosing to say that, if you're not doing what's wrong, then you can't be a part of the club of wrongness. But if you're not doing, what is right, you're looked upon as if something wrong with you, and you're talking wrong, you're speaking wrong, just because you want to live in, a world of unity, in your eyes, and how you see that what God want you to do. Individuals that don't have the light on in them, they can't understand the light that's within you. So therefore, they will continue to travel along in this earthly realm, trying to understand their fleshly body, that don't mean nothing really until the world, until that light is turned on. And to understand what I'm saying, that the body means no good in this earthly realm if that light is not turned on, because it's creating what you call really a negative, energy that is being just thrown into the earthly realm. And really, God give all of us chances, because He gave me a chance. But He give all of us chances to understand our purpose and our path when it comes to, this earthly body. Back in the day, I used to, kind of, have some thoughts about when there were old different singing going on in the Psalms and the hymns. It made a difference, because you were able to listen to the Psalms, and listen to the hymns as individuals were singing them. They had meaning to it. But now you listen to some of this stuff that's coming out, it's only connecting up to the flesh, and how you make my body feel, and the flesh of just worldly attachment when it comes to no healing. No, that no. When I say no healing, and I'm shrugging my shoulders, it's like what am I connecting up with? What words is in the songs? What meaning do this song have unto my soul, if I'm now, this child of God, and that's on this path, continuously and constantly want to understand, even in my latter years, how to keep, just surviving and striving in this particular earthly realm. Because guess what? Long as you got breath in you, friends, you still got an opportunity to continue to grow. Yes, I'm still growing. I am still learning, because that's what God wants all of us to do, to grow and to learn. But I just want you to know, if you don't stay in that light, you will experience the things, even if you stand in the light. Let me say this much, because I'm seeing that, there is some, energy out there that it's just going to do and be what it want to be. But don't you get discouraged to stop staying in the light, and you stop doing right. And since we got, let me just talk about this. Now I'm old school. So this new internet sector is something different that was given to us to make a difference in the earthly realm. Completely. I believe that. But in seeing how God blesses us to be creative and to be helpful to ourselves, and as well as, creating new jobs, creating a new way to communicate, creating a new way of knowing that the next generation will have more opportunity when it comes to the space of, change. And when I say change in a rapid way, when it comes to this space of social media, this space of doing business, along with having devices to, send things. You can sign documents now through, a device. You can do whatever you need to do, per, the space, what you call, just not only social media, just with devices now, so much can take place, business can take place. At the tap of whatever you want to buy now, boom, it's there, it's being sent, or whatever that you're trying to achieve in life. And knowing that and seeing this, with my own physical eyes, but spiritually, what it is, what I'm seeing, and things, is that, we got an opportunity to experience this part of life, but we have to be so wise too how we're moving with this particular era in our life, because it leaves like a door wide open to whereabout sin is so easily to be trapped up in, from the sins of, of the world, from, let me just go in and say it, from the lust aspect. It's so easy now. You don't have to leave your house or pick up the magazines, what they used to be praying for and talking about. Come on, Holy Ghost, and speak. The spirit of pornography and all of that. Man, it's the wild, wild west out here with these devices and stuff, because it can be in front of you if your eyes is led that way. I mean, relationships now, you can get involved in a relationship by not even having to travel or fly no more because guess what? You got devices now. The only thing you got to do is open that screen up and begin to type and try to have a relationship or try to seek out, a particular spouse or a relationship, however, meaning that, it can be good and it can be bad. But if we're not wise enough to understand the purpose of all things, you know, some individuals can find themselves getting trapped up, in the activities that no longer benefit them, And I just want to say, just stay prayerful. If you find yourself in positions that you're not supposed to be in, retain your position back. Call on God for your own life and for your own soul, and just ask God to redirect you to stay in the light because you are purpose filled. So therefore, you're going to move different. You know, you think different. You see things different. You believe, that there is a divine purpose and a reason why you're here, friends, why you're here. Remember, if you're not tapped in and tuned in to your purpose, like I said, this internet space and the devices and the things that God has given us to make a different world life changing and things, it can turn into something that gives not even God will in order for it to be done that way. Don't get me wrong. I come here and I come here to talk about God, the power of prayer, and to motivate and things. But I understand too that even as I come here, and even as I do get the opportunity to tune in to other positive friends that is, speaking life, doing different things, just trying to be a light in this particular earthly realm. When different things pop up on the screen, it's like, oh my goodness, they doing all this. It's like it'd be a whole lot, but guess what? We get to see what goes on in different parts of the world so quickly. We don't really have to wait until a letter come forth or the news or anything. Devices just then became something completely what you call at the touch and at your fingertips. And if we're not wise, the individuals that understand that God have changed your life for this purpose and time and opportunity and things, it's so easily to be caught up into something that's not your place or space. So your light have purpose. It has meaning. Remember, friends, somebody needs you to pray for them. Even if you don't feel like they need you to pray, somebody needs you right now to pray. Somebody just needs your energy to just be positive, to see things in the light that God sees it. Never accept, the things that individuals will try to make you feel like just because you fail. And you hear me say this often, that you can't get back up, or just because something took place that now this have become you and this is you. No, it don't have to stay you. You can easily, change things in your life. First of all, by being repentant, by being, honest to yourself and to God, and then asking God to direct you on a different path. See, I believe that when your mouth began to speak and when it began to talk positive, I believe that God can do anything. I believe that God become now a rewarder of your right doing, as well as God also correct the wrongdoing. So stand in the light. It takes you to stay in that light. And I had this particular word. I don't know whether or not I said it this week, but I just want to come back. That Psalms 103, that first verse, whereby it says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name." Now, how you gonna bless the Lord, or how I'm gonna bless the Lord and all that is within me when I'm making wrong moves and when I'm not staying in the light? You'll know when you're in the light, because the spirit that you allow to dwell within you, it has a way to communicate and to talk to you and to bless your name and everything. It has a way to bless your name, and to bless your soul. So everything that is within you, friend, if you want it to be blessed by God, as this first verse in Psalms 103, the whereby it says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name." And verse 2, it says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits," meaning everything, God, that you have for me. Let me not forget them. Oh God, don't hold back, the blessings that need to come toward my way. And then it says, who forgiveth all thine iniquities and who healeth all thy diseases. See, if you believe that there is power within God, that God rests within you, you can have the benefits of God. Now, God necessarily may not, do what you want him to do. But just because he didn't do it don't mean that he's still not God. It doesn't mean that. Sometimes there are things placed in our life, especially I can say from my own testimony in my own life, there are lessons to learn from the things that God is presenting unto us. So just don't get discouraged because now it seems like, wow, you know, I got to figure things out in life that don't make sense, but it makes sense unto God. That's why God have given you this path and this particular journey to continue to show up in the life. Keep God, at the front of your life. And when I say the front, when you wake up in the morning, when you give God some thanksgiving and praises and throughout your day, keep your light on, friends. I appreciate each and every individual. Friends, how they gonna know I need your help? Thumbs up the video as well as subscribe to the channel as well. Once again, if you don't know, I come here to motivate and to encourage about the power of prayer. Yes, the power of prayer is real. It operates, it moves if you believe it. If you have had to wait in some things that you want to happen in your life, the waiting part is, to me, it's the blessed thing to see when God show up with that answer prayer that you're praying for. And then it's a blessing to see if God don't answer that prayer and he open a new door or a different door for you, it's a blessing because it's a lesson, because possibly, God don't want you going in that direction. Isn't it something when, we have to accept a no from God and because he understands our journey better than us when we think that we're directing and we're actually navigating our life. Yes, God has given you a choice. He have given me a choice, but actually he knows what's best for us. But God will allow you to do whatever you want to do. That's why it's a choice and it's your will to stay in the light. Friends, I appreciate each and every individual. By the way, I just want you to know, if you don't know, I'm sure you know it though, God love you. I love you as well, friends. I really do. If you come back later on, know that I appreciate you. Remember to subscribe to this channel as I come live and things, early in the morning to the best of my ability. And if I decide to come back at any other time, I appreciate you as you watch as well. Okay? Yes. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. I'm just reading. My friend says, how old are you? Now, friends, we don't go around here telling ages and stuff like that. We just live life and we just enjoy enough. I just know I'm just over a half 100 and I'm just telling God to thank you as well. Yes, 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 yes. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, these eyes and this body done seen some things, and I'm just thankful. I'm just appreciating with life, with good health, with good strength, all of those things. I'm just thankful for, hey, the small, simple things that God have allowed me to experience in this earthly realm as well. I'm just thankful, that every day is another opportunity to be thankful. Every day is another opportunity to be a blessing with your light that's in you, because your energy make a difference. Your spirit make a difference in this earthly realm, by being in, the earth, by being in the present, whether or not you believe it or not, all of us are in the presence of God. God look high and he sees everything. He sees our hearts. He sees everything. He even understands our thought, believe it or not. He understands how we feeling. God does. And I know before I even go and chase this rabbit, why do God let bad things happen? This is the journey. This is the journey that all of us have chosen, to come here to be birthed in this earthly realm. That's something to be taken up. Excuse me. Something to be taken up with God. There are what you call, yeah, possibly answers if you want to know it from God. but I don't know everything. The secret things belong to God, and then He shares those secret things with His chosen ones as He chooses to. I don't know everything. I'm thankful daily that He's constantly waking me up. I'm thankful that I'm getting another opportunity to be positive and to be on this journey and to be the light that just continue to strive in and to motivate other individuals, such as yourself and others. And as others motivate me as well, as others pull back into me, as others praying, that part, the praying part, the knowing that prayer have power, knowing that somebody possibly in your family, they were praying. They were praying way ahead of me because, they have lived this earthly, journey realm. And if they're no longer living, somebody was praying. And each generation, you always have somebody that's going to break a cycle, that is breaking cycles, that is, making a difference in the journey and in the space of life that may hit generations after generation. There's always an individual that is chosen to break cycles. It could be multiple individuals that's in your family that is breaking cycles from the old negative ways that no longer work for that bloodline or the earthly realm. They're choosing to break the cycles. You could possibly be breaking cycles, from off of your life, speaking positive, affirming those affirmations that make a difference in life. You could possibly be that cycle breaker as well. It doesn't, take you to say, well, how do I do it? Surrender. Ask God to come into your life. It's real easy. You talk to God as if how I'm talking, but not with my voice. But I'm saying you have a real conversation with God. You go before God to where about you have that quiet space or a time, to communicate. Even as I go and, I exercise or when I'm in that moment and things, I be talking to God and, be just, having my own, relationship with God. So you can talk to God wherever that you choose the time and the space to do it. Make it what you call holy unto your soul. When I say holy, make it sacred, make it, have a difference in your life. That space and time, it doesn't have a limit when you can talk to God. You can talk to God at any time if you feel like that you need to. It ain't because, oh, I got to wait until, I go in fellowship in order for me to have a relationship. Nah, you can talk to God right now. Anytime, standing in the light requires a lot of what you call of your time to communicate. So timing is everything. I quite often, just talk to God, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm feeling as if God, where is you? I know God is existing. I know God is right now, right here, because He's everywhere. I know that. But at times if I can just keep it and be honest, at times when I feel overwhelmed, I have to find a space. I have to sit down. Or if I'm standing up, whatever I may be doing, if I'm driving in my vehicle, Lord, Holy Spirit, I need your presence, So keep the light on, friends, and let's continue to pray because prayer do changes things. Okay, friends? Remember to thumbs up the video and go tell some more friends, subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate you all. Stay in peace, light, and love. Okay? Thank you so much, friends. Thank you.